Well, today we're going to install some GkTech goodies on this car. So we're going to do some roll center adapters on the bottom and offset strut tops on the top, because demon camber is not cool. Not in my book.
Probably would have looked a lot better with less. They put anti-seize on it.
We've already got extended S14 Rcas with hind inners, and then prime suspension coilovers, and we will use the offset strut top, and we're going to relocate this tie rod inward with the GkTech Rca. So since this is an S14, to install the RCAs you need to cut off this nub for whatever reason that's for, but we don't need it anymore. So some tools of the trade: cut-off wheel, little grinder. We're going to shape this more so it fits right to here.
It looks like I started taking this off the car.
I said that from the beginning.
Like the whole knuckle.
Oh, I said that, but then whatever. So let's open this bad boy. Part number S14 5XRCK. Goodness. Yum. And then the new ball joint and tie rod spots. We'll thread these into here. So now your knuckle's on your bench. You can spin it around if you want. And then here's your quarter-way assembled GkTech Rca adapter, and it'll slide in like that. But we have some final touches we gotta do. So since this is going to be on a fucking race car, we're going to put like a little dab of Loctite. Not a lot, just a little bit. We're going to thread these in. So once you install your studs, I marked on the bottom, they need to be installed so they don't apply depth-wise too much, so you're spaced out. So with a 10 mil on this side and I believe a 7 mil on this side, you can thread the stud in and out of the RCA. So then it'll be flush, like so. And good and tight is the torque spec. It's a German torque spec, but it's common amongst many mechanics. There you go, installed. Take it.
I like it.
Yeah, you take it. I don't want it. Good and tight, once again.
Good and tight.
Spacer in between your OE ball joint and your existing nut. And then we're going to put the tie rod up.
Need a jack.
Need a jack.
Jack, please. Here, actually. That is it. It's weird the stuff that's put back was supposed to be, but how do you see that?
Yeah, I want to make sure the set looks good. Oh, we're still filming. We'll keep this going.
Oh yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Oh, that might not work without the...
We'll make it work.
We'll make it work.
We'll make it work.
It's kind of just still moving.
Ready?
Ready. It worked. Next up, we're going to install the Budget upper strut top mounts. The first step is to loosen this. Oh, that's a killer view. Nice. So these are prime suspension coilovers. First step for the upper strut mounts is to remove the old upper strut mounts. And with your new ones, they are clockable, so you can get all sorts of caster or camber or really tons of adjustment. So first step to install the upper offset mounts is to remove your stock upper mount. And then the size difference between this one is crazy with the amount of adjustment you got. So that's camber or caster, the offset of your strut in your wheel well. So for visual reference, this is how the strut top is normally orientated for just camber adjustment, but with these plates you can clock them, and we're going to use them in this orientation, and then that way you can have caster adjustment. And essentially we're going to get our negative camber with the length of the LCA and the RCA adapter. Pretty cool. And once again, these are the Budget strut tops. Got two of these. There's another one over there, and then here's the hardware. Pretty sweet. So, this is gonna go like that. And then from the bottom, we're gonna need to trim right here because that's where the strut's actually to come through, and we're still gonna have our dampening adjustment with that. So, drop that down, mark, in the outline right there, and then we're gonna trim this. Cheated, I tried to outline from the top, that didn't work. So from the bottom we made reference points and drilled. So this will be our shape once we shape it. So we used the cutoff tool so far, but now we're gonna clean it up with, what do you call this?
Die grinder.
A die grinder with a carbide bit on it. And we're gonna do it like at the dentist. Is that a good joke?
It's terrible.
Looks good from here. So now that your stock upper mount is off, this is the new one gonna go on. It's gonna sit in this orientation with the knuckle being here. We're gonna move the strut as forward in the car and outwards to essentially compensate for the length of the RCA and the RCA adapter that gives us like another 30 more millimeters. So we're gonna install this and then mount it in the car. So we've got it all assembled now, and Kevin's going to install it. We've notched the upper section and see if it fits. I got a nut. Yeah.
Good?
Yeah. Cool, you're good. And so with these being the Budget offset tops, you have to clearance your strut tower. So keep that in mind if you want to, shell out the big bucks for the pros or the budget ones, because maybe if you have a car that you're not worried about cutting up, then trimming up, then you can just do it just like this. So we still have our adjustment on the damper, so since this is a top mounted damper, so here we go. We're gonna install it now. Lower, lower.
Lower, lower. How low can you go? Where did I put the other one? Oh, right there.
Ah, sorry, I had it.
Behind stuff.
Oh dang, we still got cambers.
Camber for days. I need my tools. I don't have those with me. 17. So close. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, don't forget to tighten all your hardware, look up torque specs for everything.
3 butter nuts.
Oh yeah, jugga-juggas.
3 jugga-juggas.
Jugga-juggas.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's make sure we have
Chugga-uggas.
Chugga-uggas?
I think so.
I think, oh man, if I can put a tool on here.
No, I don't think you can.
Wrong way.
We'll We'll put it max positive since you have this ridiculous lower control arm.
Thank you to Lee and Alexander Fabrication. Still gonna sound
Chinese Loctite. It's 380 degrees in here, but we have a lot of steering lock now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You have safety glasses on.
I do.
So, in review, we have the GkTech S14 Rca with the Budget Offset Strut Tops. Also, previously he had extended lower control arms, which are Heimed inners as well. And all that adds up to this, which is pretty sweet. So we eyeballed it a bit so far, but as far as steering angle, we got it. We got it. Same thing on this side. With his notched lower control arms, we have more room for the tie rod to go in, but we're gonna look forward to maybe offsetting his steering rack a bit. Maybe some more GkTech parts, but we'll see. But this is what it's looked like. Pretty good.
Pretty killer.
Pretty killer. And what's this setup cost? Like
Couple
$200, and you're set up. So this looks like an Ibisu missile car, but moving that strut out and forward let us like actually flatten out the contact patch, which gives us more traction. Like that's what it's down to. But we also move the strut forward, which gives us more room in the back. So it looks tight up front, but we still have optimal clearance with everything. So it's actually really cool how these strut tops work. So now that these are installed, we can just, thank you.